It's been amazing. I really enjoy the atmosphere we have here. We have everything we need here on at Muni, and working with Sam and Jaffe has been a great experience so far. I've kind of had a few roles through my college experience, and being back end it's really exciting. Coming in tight situations, usually with quite a bit on the line. It's something I look forward to. So.
Is there anything that you've been working on this offseason, or is it more just a general refinement process?
I've been trying to introduce a third pitch, changeup, mainly fastball slider, but kind of getting more depth on your breaking ball and more change of speeds on my changeup and location of that has been primarily what I've been working towards. So.
What has Peraza's kind of guidance and coaching been like for you, and how do you feel like he's helped you through this offseason so far?
He helped me a lot with just finding a balance between your fastball and breaking ball, and just like continually doing it every day and finding the pitching. Your throwing program and like certain drills to do at the beginning of your throwing program to implement different mechanics and different things that he wants you to work on. For me, like lower half I have a good upper half, so lower half is kind of fine tuning the balance between that. And just drills we do at the beginning of the day has been the biggest success. So.
It's like to have so many freshman pitchers on the staff. Is it what's that dynamic like? You having bringing so much experience.
Mm-hmm. I really feel like this freshman class has a lot of potential. They're really talented, but the biggest part with freshmen is getting the mental reps. Experience, obviously, you have you've been out there, you've done it before, but just having them have that balance of like professionalism and composure when they're on the line. Everything they do is on the line, and but they show it every day. They're mature for freshmen, and they're really talented. So, the beginning of the spring, I've seen a big change from the fall. So, it's been really exciting, and I'm really excited for them to step in.
With the experience you've gained through your collegiate career and then in various situations, do you feel like you can kind of provide a calming presence in closing out games?
Yes, I think that my job is to establish what it looks like, especially for all of the freshmen. There's going to be quite a few freshmen that come in late as well out of the pen. And for me to establish a routine coming out of the pen and showing them kind of the standard and the baseline of how to do things will be important for not just when I play, but when they have look at and go off of.
When you came here, what did you feel like was the standard of ASU baseball?
High, really high, extremely high. Omaha, that's the standard of this program. That's always been the standard of this program. And I feel like we have a better shot than any opportunity that I've had. So I'm really welcome to be here. I'm really excited to be here, and can't wait for Friday.
What has the coaching staff talked about that makes you feel like this group has a higher potential and can, reach that goal based on the last 2 years?
We're younger, which is, I'm not really traditional. I guess a traditional thing is, older teams, older guys, more experience, they get the job done, but I don't feel that way at all. I feel like best players perform best whatever year they're in. And this freshman class is extremely talented, so especially in the pitching side. And I feel like they have the confidence, and the coaching staff has shown that confidence through them throughout the fall and the beginning of the spring so far.
Does some of that youth give you guys kind of like the swagger of like, you haven't seen the world yet, you're just going to go out there and play until something happens?
A little bit, but I'd say that they hold themselves to a good standard. They enjoy like the professionalism of like not hitting highs and lows like a lot of freshmen do. And they do a good job of staying composed and not trying to do too much at any point. So, yeah, and they do have some swagger to them and a new mindset on the game too. So I enjoy that.
A guy like Cole Carlone also pictured to be in the mix at the back end.
Mm-hmm.
For you and your experience, have you been able to pass on some mentorship and tips of advice to him adjusting to the college level and dealing with the offensive side as well?
Yeah, Cole's awesome. He does a really good job of staying balanced, and he does get excited. But yeah, kind of honing him back in and keeping him on the right step and just controlling what he can control is a big thing. Not trying to white knuckle anything and just let things happen and be confident in your preparation. And I think that he has a good opportunity to play a lot of innings this year on the defensive side. It's like that video when he catches that ball.
How's it been working with Campos, and what have you seen in terms of his effect with such a young staff, with all of the younger guys?
Campy does a really good job of he gives a lot of good advice a lot, and he tries to make it as simple as possible. And he knows how to talk to people. He knows how to get the best out of guys, and his confidence in our staff has been really well too. I mean, with the young staff, there's a lot of mistakes early on, and he does a good job of not ignoring them and putting them out in the open and making sure that we know the right thing to do, and especially the younger guys. So he's been not necessarily on them, but just make sure he does the right thing and gets the miscommunications out of the way early. And I mean, we haven't had any this spring, so the fall was the opportunity for that.
Talking about the professionalism of the pitching staff and a professional guy, and Isaiah Jackson described Campos as like a professional in a college clubhouse. Has that professionalism he's carried, you feel, rubbed off on the pitching staff to be able to carry that level of high class?
Yes, definitely. Campy works all day, every day, and for just the freshmen to see him in here early, see him leaving late, just shows them and pushes them to want to be like that. And it kind of just gives off a vibe for everyone to follow that professionalism, follow that never being done for the day, just always pushing each day, not making big changes, just little changes each day.